evening. Some of you never give money to panhandlers. Others, you might be okay with handing over a buck or two.
But how often do you think about where that money goes or if the person's story is true? The I-Team's Jason Law hit the streets to follow your money once it's in the pocket of a panhandler. Interesting idea, Jason.
Carol and Tanya, with the temperatures dropping like they are, it's hard not to feel sympathetic for people out on the streets. And no doubt you've seen signs just like this one. Homeless and hungry, or suffering from illness, please help. Well, if you do help, how often do you ask, where does my money go? We followed a couple panhandlers to find out.
They're there when you walk into a convenience store.
I'm sorry?
I'm sorry. Or head into McDonald's.
What do you need?
Sometimes you may not even notice they're there. Other times you may feel like helping someone out. We hit the streets to find out who they are and what they do with your dollar once they get it.
You have to have a thick skin out here. This ain't an easy life. Yeah, this life's very hard.
The first person we met was 40-year-old Shane Wright. Right off the bat, we learned a lot from his cardboard sign.
You're a veteran?
Yes, I am. Marine Corps.
When did you serve?
93, 94, 95, 96. The Desert Storm.
On a good day, Shane says he'll be handed $30 or $40. A bad day may only land him $10.
Yeah, there are people out here that's honest, yeah.
Like, you know, people who say they're desperate but actually aren't.
Yeah, there are a few people that ain't even homeless that to try to do what we do.
Wright could have been talking about Cole Worthington, who stands on the side of Vine Street in Springfield Township. There's not much mystery here. He makes it pretty clear where your dollar is going.
Does the honesty work?
Yeah.
What do people tell you?
They say thanks for being honest.
He didn't hesitate when we asked him where he sleeps at night.
On the street. On cardboard, and I got a sleeping bag stashed. When it rains, I try to find a porch.
Seconds later, a truck driver flagged us down.
He's there from sun up to sundown every day. He lives right there.
Floyd Hardy told us Worthington lives in a house right around the corner.
I don't like it. A couple times I started to call the police and let them know they need to run him off. There's plenty of people out here that really need.
Sure enough, we followed Worthington as he walked to a nearby Kroger, came out with a bag, then strolled right into that house. A week later, Worthington was drinking a beer when we caught up with him outside the home. His friend owns the house and says he lets him stay here all the time.
He admits he's a drunk. He admits he wants alcohol. And on that, you'd be amazed how many beers he gets.
That same day, we checked back in with Shane, our homeless veteran. It turned out the Marine Corps has no record of his service. When we asked him about it, he still insisted he served in the military. But this time, he told us he is also a junkie.
How many of these guys out here are on heroin?
Probably 80%. Yeah, probably 80%.
I'm sure a lot of people, when they give you money, though, they don't realize that it's going to that.
A lot of people do. A lot of people know what they're giving us the money for, but they don't care because if the ones that give the money, the honest gives out of religion. And the Bible tells you to give without judgment.
Not every panhandler is homeless, and not every homeless person panhandles.
I believe that everybody that's outside asking for something has a need.
Josh Spring with the Greater Cincinnati Homeless Coalition has experience with both groups.
Of people on the street, probably at least half, if not more, are suffering from addiction and/or mental illness.
5 years ago, former City Councilman Jeff Birding proposed taxing panhandlers 2.1%. Today, he recommends donating to organizations, not people.
We should be giving money to the agencies like the Drop-In Center or Our Daily Bread or City Gospel Mission or the YWCA. We have a lot of agencies in town that we know you can count on your dollars are going to support helping people get something to eat at night, to have a place to sleep. You know that that's where the money's going. It's going to go to do good.
So if you are that kind soul who feels good helping someone on the street, remember, giving to a panhandler is a game of chance.
Yeah, those lines here.
You can't expect your money to always be used for good.
Now, the I-Team went through 1 year's worth of police reports here in Cincinnati looking for hot spots where the most panhandlers were arrested in town for violating the city's public solicitation, improper solicitation ordinance. We put a map with those hot spots on WCPO.com. It's there right now on the front page. We're live tonight. Jason Law, 9 on your side.
Really interesting story, Jason. Thank you. And this story has gotten you all talking all day long. Where do you see panhandlers the most? We are wondering about that. Weigh in now on our Facebook page.